And we're back.
Alrighty, Johnny. So today, for the first interesting story, we actually talked about this a little bit before the podcast, but you know the Kingsman movie? Well, Montblanc is actually releasing a special edition Montblanc pen to go, kind of along with the movie. Um, and Montblanc is like one of my dream pens, right?
Yeah.
And I think it like matches that fancy vibe of the movie.
Mm-hmm. It's
Um,
like gold or something.
Here is what it looks like.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely fancy, and I like how I like when companies like this match up with like big name brands match up with like big name movies, and not a lot of people that aren't into pens will know about Mont Blanc, but like now I think the Kingsman movie is exposing people to this cool brand. Like if you don't know, well, you do know because I've told you before, but for people who don't know, Mont Blanc makes like super high end pens, right? So I think this is good exposure for that pen company to the mainstream because there's mainly like enthusiasts and stuff, but like now the mainstream will know Mont Blanc,
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know.
Yeah, if you're
So
gonna be doing collabs, I don't know, or just dedicated products to like movies or whatnot, it's definitely gonna get more traction.
yeah, for sure. And we were also talking about. You told me about this movie, Raised by Wolves, and right here, all I see is like a uh, looks like a robot thing running, like robot slash human running from like a little base. I don't know if that's actually a robot or what.
Yeah. So the first episode I saw, they landed on a different planet because they were escaping some kind of warfare on the one they were currently on. I don't know if it was Earth. I kind of forgot, but the first episode was pretty good.
Cool.
I liked it.
I have to check that out because like just the name alone and the picture that I just showed you looks pretty cool. The description that you were talking about. I don't know much about the show, but if anybody in the comments likes the show, you know, tell us if you like it.
It's pretty weird because it's the robot species basically can reproduce. Not in a way reproduce it. It like carries um, you know, they can make babies basically, but not in the way that
Mm-hmm.
humans know.
Yeah.
So it basically like
Multiplies.
no, it's really weird. I don't know how it excretes
Oh wow.
like eggs or whatever,
Hmm.
and then you got to watch the first episode. It's really weird, and they basically like make human babies in like these cubes,
Hmm. Sounds really
and they
accurate.
like they're harvesting, like growing them in like these containers,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it's like a leader queen robot
Yeah.
or whatever, but it's like a organic type of robot species that can carry and produce
Sounds almost like a hybrid.
humans. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
basically. And so they escape. I don't know if she was. It seemed like she was a part of. I guess spoiler alert, right? But she was like the cause or had a big part in the warfare going on against the
Mm-hmm.
humans on that planet. And because there's like flashbacks and it
Mm-hmm.
shows her like floating
Mm-hmm.
and in like a metallic form
Mm-hmm.
that when she's like battle mode and yeah, she can make humans, and they literally escaped to that planet and they made humans, but there was only one that survived out of like the five or whatever, or six.
And this was literally all in the first episode.
Yeah,
Hmm.
first
Wow.
episode's free from
Seems really
HBO
jam
Max.
packed.
Yeah, so you can watch the first episode free.
So apparently now iOS users can set Gmail as their default email app, which we've all wanted to do for years.
And what do you mean?
So like you know how that
Because you download the app
Yeah,
the Gmail app.
yeah,
How
and
do what do you?
you could set it as your default. So remember how you had to like the Apple one was always the default. Now you can set Gmail as your default
Okay,
app, email app. So that's
that's
pretty
good.
cool. And one thing that I found interesting is because of this whole world situation that's going on now. Um, Logitech's new MX Anywhere 3 mouse actually has buttons to control Zoom calls. So, I mean, I think it in part has something to do with that because it like there has been such a big uptick in people using like Zoom and video call applications and stuff. I mean, I'm sure they probably would have had something like this, but now it's more relevant than ever. And I think it's just cool how you can see things kind of adapt. And something that goes along with that territory that I might even use in the future, I stumbled upon this actually on TikTok. There's this thing called NVIDIA Broadcast. And with NVIDIA Broadcast, like let's say you have a webcam, right? And it obviously doesn't have like a lens that you can change the focus and stuff. So this actually in this NVIDIA Broadcast application actually blurs your background like the iPhone would, you know.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
nice.
in like portrait mode or whatever.
All right, that's really cool, man. Make it more uh photographic.
Yeah, for sure. So applications like that, I think we're gonna see a bunch of people really catering towards um, like video calls and you know people that need to have like meetings and do stuff for work. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of new technology that just makes that easier.
Yeah, who knows when this will actually really die down. I mean, you see it from month to month. You think it's gonna die down more than it really is, and then it goes back up. And who knows if we'll see another? We probably won't see another really crazy outbreak of it like it was when it first started, the global pandemic. But who knows? You never know. I mean, we didn't really think it was gonna be that as bad as it kind of panned out to be. So now companies are, you can make a lot of money with ideas to prepare a lot of companies to buy products to be prepared for this kind of situation if it happens again, even more extreme. And even now, I think this is something that really changed how we do everything, how we shop. And Amazon is definitely
Yeah, I
not
mean,
hurting from
people are
this, or
working from home. They're going to school from home. They're
yeah,
ordering their groceries. More people are doing online shopping. More people are doing gaming. More people are getting into playing guitar. More people are getting into making YouTube videos. More people are getting into making podcasts.
mm-hmm.
Like, it's cool because you see such a big influx of creative stuff happening because of this. Because a lot of people now have time to do stuff they didn't have time to do before. So I mean, there's pros and cons to the situation.
Yeah, it's crazy how these kind of situations really stir up uh, brain productivity and think of new ways to innovate
Yeah,
how we do things
and look at how
in
much
these
money
kind of
people are
situations.
saving on gas, right? Like instead of having to travel to a physical classroom, right? You have a classroom on your computer. And not only are you saving gas, you're saving time. You get more time to study, get more time to learn,
Yeah,
right? I mean, and it's unfortunate that there's so many cons to this situation, but I like looking on a bright side. So there's so many positives, and like a lot of the times, out of bad things comes innovation, right? Really cool innovations because society is like pushed to adapt, right?
yeah.
So it's pretty interesting, and
And
yeah,
pollution's going down, so we get to kind of give the planet a little break on, you know, all the bad gases going out in the atmosphere.
yeah, and like companies want to focus on like fun things too. So uh, I mean, for instance, Red Lobster's focusing on this Mountain Dew margarita that they added to their menu. I mean, that's a unique thing,
It's an
right? It's
alcoholic, but
yeah.
beverage.
So it's like this green Mountain Dew looking beverage, and I mean, I like Mountain Dew, so I mean, this looks pretty good to me. It's something different.
I'm just not a fan of sweet alcohol drinks. It's, I guess, one of the, but
I mean,
alcohol and sugar doesn't really mix well with me, so
I just think it's
I'll try it, but
yeah.
yeah, we'll see. Maybe it could be the best thing ever. Who knows?
So think about this concept for a second, right? I always try to back up on the cloud and on physical. So if one of them goes down, I at least have another backup, right? And recently we had like people, this company, Google Drive, uh, had outages, and they were reported across the U.S. Right? So
Yeah, I saw that. What
yeah,
about?
people couldn't access their files and stuff.
Okay.
So like that just highlights the importance of like backing your stuff up and like we have so many technological things that we rely on a daily basis, right? School and entertainment and productivity, creativity, and like you know how you feel when the power goes out? Like the power goes out and you're just like, what do I do now?
Play some board games
Yeah.
or some card games like Magic the Gathering.
It's just it's weird because you get so used to something, and like I think about this sometimes. Like, what if the power just goes out and doesn't turn on? I
Yeah,
mean,
that would be something crazy.
I'm sure we would figure out a way. Because what is it? I think it's like a I was actually reading a story about this like the other day.
Well, that would be unfortunate for all the perishables in your fridge and freezer. Uh, you'd have to eat that quick, or figure out
Yeah,
how
I
to.
think it's either a. So they're saying, what if a solar flare actually sunk the Titanic? So there are like these, things like a solar flare can disrupt like that, and I think gamma ray blasts. No, gamma ray blasts is even more destructive. That can, but anyway,
sunk the
like
sunk the Titanic, as in it disrupted its
electronics,
navigational electronics,
navigation. Yeah. So like
and that made it cause it to collide with the.
yeah. So like, imagine if something like that happens. Here, let's look up gamma ray.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I wonder if there was any other reports around the world that
Yeah,
day.
that's what I was wondering too. Yeah, see, gamma ray blasts are even more intense. This is like really destructive. So there's this thing called the gamma ray bursts. Gamma ray bursts are extremely energetic explosions that have been observed in distant galaxies. They are the brightest and most energetic electromagnetic events known to occur in the universe. Bursts can last from 10 milliseconds to several hours. And
So it would have to be a pretty long burst for it to wipe out most of our electronics. Take us off
no.
the
I
grid.
mean, see, this is the thing. This is bigger than that kind of stuff. This kind of thing. Here, let's look up because this is like real destructive. Let's see.
Wouldn't that radiate us? Give us radiation? Gamma?
I'm looking up what a gamma ray burst would do.
Doesn't sound too good. That's for sure.
So here's an artist's impression of the gamma ray burst, and then it says the gamma rays would trigger changes in Earth's atmosphere, despite the obvious doom and gloom associated with mass extinctions. They have a to capture imagination. It's saying, let's see, oh, how deadly would a nearby gamma ray burst be? It's saying, okay, one of the big five in Earth history occurred. Yeah, so they're saying they're the brightest electromagnetic blasts known to occur in the universe. They can originate from from the collapse of the most massive types of stars, from the collision of two neutron stars. Supernova are stellar explosions that can. Supernova are stellar explosions that can send harmful radiation hurtling towards the Earth. So yeah, I don't know exactly what they do, but they're pretty intense, and I just didn't want to confuse the two, solar flare and gamma ray blast, because they're different. But that's what they were, talking about with the Titanic. That one of those probably maybe messed with the Titanic, and that's probably why it's a theory. It hasn't been confirmed or anything. It might have actually, caused it instead of like just that iceberg itself.
Yeah, a chain of events.
Yeah.
To lead to that.
So, did you see the new Mandalorian trailer yet?
No, actually, I didn't.
Yeah. So it's pretty insane. Like,
I did. I saw some of it. I saw like somebody doing like picking it apart, like reviewing it. Going over it, kind of talking on it.
So it's pretty insane. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, I did actually.
Yeah.
So apparently, Ahsoka Tano, the dual wielding lightsaber Jedi, might be appearing in it. That's speculation.
Yeah.
And Ren, one of the Mandalorian, the one with the purple hair in Star Wars Rebels, she might be in it as well. So that's pretty cool. And I'll be excited to see how that.
Sabine.
You're right. Yeah, Sabine Wren.
So like, I don't remember exactly what happened in this trailer, but basically in a trailer it says like that Mando has to bring Baby Yoda to these enemy sorcerers, and those are the Jedi. Just that concept alone was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can't wait for it.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
So,
yeah, the first season was pretty good.
Dude, they like if they made the newer movies, even half as good as the Mandalorian, like I would have been.
Which is weird because they're both made by
the
Disney,
Mandalorian, in my opinion, is so much better than the newer Star Wars movies.
But I guess different directors, different right.
Like the timing
must have been a different team.
And the emotion in the show is just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to Star Wars, I love the classic Star Wars. I love the prequels. And then the new ones, I was in denial for a little bit. I'm like, and then after thinking over it and seeing Rise of Skywalker twice, the first time I was in denial, the second time I saw it, I'm like, dude, this is literally made for people that have no attention span. It was just going so fast. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. And if you like it, cool. I'm not trying to take away from that. It's just, in my opinion, they really should have focused on less things, actually, and focused more on emotion and slowed it down a little bit and just took their time. And maybe if they focused on a few, like, important elements, maybe things would have came out and panned out a little better for the movie. But it was just, like, so... Like I said, made for people that can't pay attention. Like, just cut. Like, what? What are you doing? Slow down. Calm down.
Yeah. All over the place.
Yeah.
And the ending was... when Kylo Ren and Rey were like, they kept feigning each other.
Yeah.
It's like, who's staying alive? Who's dying?
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. Yeah, I mean... Hopefully those new series will be better, because there'll be some new.
Yeah.
Break. Wait.
So I think there's a series that's focused on. It's called High Republic, and I think
High
it's
Republic.
High
The High
Republic.
Republic.
Yeah, it's called High Republic, and then
What is that? Did they have
so
any
that's like a movie trilogy, I think.
based on what? What part?
Let's see.
Yeah, because I'm honestly fiending. I'm itching for some more Star Wars stuff. So Mandalorian, that's 2021. That's coming out or soon.
I don't know. I think it's actually coming out soon. But
I mean, they
so
only got a few more
Star
months.
Wars: The High Republic, initially prompted as Project Luminous, is a sub-series to Star Wars media franchise set during the High Republic sub-era of the Age of the Republic, set 200 years before the events of the Skywalker saga and 800 years after the fall of the Old Republic.
You know what? They should make a movie or like a series show out of the story of the Old Republic. The old Republic, like the video game, the MMO. I think that would be pretty cool. See how it's almost like the medieval times of Star Wars.
I
That'd
don't
be
know.
pretty cool.
I just really want them to focus on like story and emotion and really like the thing that I don't like with action movies, for instance, is all the CGI, all of the just fast-paced craziness, and they forget about the most important part, the story. It's like, dude, that's why when I watch action movies, I get so bored. I'm just like, I don't even want to watch this. Like, there's no point. Like, that's my opinion, and that's kind of like, and like again, I was in denial with Star Wars, and then I just saw Rise of Skywalker again. I'm just like, dude, what did they do?
They butchered it.
But so did you know that with our universe, like the universe that we live in, everything is slowly moving apart. So eventually, like billions of years from now, everything will be so far away that we won't be able to see other stars in the sky.
Okay. The planets and stars in space.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving away from all of that.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, we're not going to be around by that point, right?
But yeah. But I mean, it's just really weird to think about. Like,
It's pretty crazy to really put your mind on just space
yeah,
and how we're just
and then
a ball spinning really fast in the dark abyss of space.
yeah, and then the other really weird thing to think about is like, all right, so we're in a galaxy, right? So we're in a solar system, right? There's our sun, planets revolving around the sun. Then there's our galaxy, so a bunch of solar systems in the Milky Way galaxy. And then there's the nearest galaxy next to us is Andromeda. The Andromeda galaxy. So like, and like, it's not just like you get out of the galaxy and then there's just darkness and then Andromeda, right?
Keeps on going.
There's well no, but so you're like traveling and there's gonna be like some stars that are pretty alone and in between, right?
Yeah.
So like, if we were to like get like a really fast craft, right? It's not like we would be screwed traveling to the next galaxy. I mean, we could like stop at like different points between the two galaxies. And like, I think about this sometimes. I'm like, dude, like, you would start from one planet or galaxy and then like planet hop and galaxy hop, right? And like, you're going through, and at this point you're traveling really fast, right? And like, you have like some sort of technology that you're like, you know, getting energy from somewhere, and you're like, you know, refueling, getting resources from like other planets and asteroids and all this stuff, and you're also starting different colonies and civilizations. So you're actually going uh, from generation to generation of humans. Like people are dying, being born, and here's the coolest part: when you stop at a planet, right? You leave people there, right? So some people want to stay, they want to start a civilization, and a whole freaking civilization starts, right? And then people move on. Those people stay, and then the people that want to move on to the next planet move on.
It's like
And
checkpoints.
so, yeah. So and then they move to another planet, another checkpoint. They create a civilization, and they move on. And then like by the time the people like the ancestors or the not ancestors but the offspring of the original people get to the galaxy, you already have full-fledged civilizations on like all these other planets, and like well, let's say a bunch of time goes on now, right? On these planets, like let's say millions of years goes by, like there will obviously be differences in how these beings look because the evolution happens and the planets have different
Yeah, who knows how what different planets
yeah,
will do to
exactly.
us, how I will
So
evolve
yeah,
from
the
them.
planets have different impact on the beings that live there.
Yeah.
So and then that's technically how, you know, those people, like the people on Earth, and then whatever planet on the Andromeda galaxy, like these beings are now completely different beings, and the people on the Andromeda galaxy or whatever planet, like Proxima B or whatever, they're literally like different beings now. And did I get that wrong? It's Proxima B. Let me see.
Yeah, but that would take a while for that evolution to happen, to evolve into something like that drastically different.
Yeah, that takes a long time to do all that. But that's what's interesting about that. I'm trying to figure out what galaxy Proxima B is in. Just so I can get my facts right here.
Apparently, the Hubble captured a galaxy that's full of dark matter.
Yeah, so Proxima B is, I think, actually in the Milky Way galaxy. So it wasn't in the Andromeda galaxy. But anyway, and I thought so. But it was the only planet I could think of at the time to give the example. But anyway, so yeah, that was the point, that by that time, the two different planets and the different spaces that those beings are living on would be completely different. Yeah, so just an interesting thought.
Would you, if there was space travel that in our time, would you, if you had the chance to go on that trip, would you? I think I would.
I would not.
I think I would like to
It's cool
see
to
what's
think
out
about
there.
and stuff, but like it takes so long, and like even just to Mars, just takes so
But
long.
if we just had some kind of crazy
I
breakthrough,
mean, that's still pretty risky. Like space is super dangerous. Like radiation, freaking over time, it messes with your body and like exposes you to stuff that causes cancer and everything.
well, if we had some pretty good, suited up and some nice protective gear, some nice technology that made the trip not as long as you'd think it would take, I think I would be down for
Let me
that.
put it this way: if a bunch of people
Recolonize
did it,
somewhere.
if the travel was super fast, if there was a way to make it like pretty safe, and I was traveling to a place that was like highly populated, then yeah, I might do it. I just feel weird traveling to some place where there's like no people, and like that's the reason I kind of don't like islands, is because I feel separated from the rest of the world. And the
Mhm.
same thing applies to like a planet that's not populated. So I just want to be where like the most people are.
Yeah, I hear you. I'd just like to see what's out there. Curious
Yeah, I mean, it's
what
super
we can do
interesting.
out
And
there.
like, for instance, in concept, I like cities, right? In concept. But when I go to a city, it's too much for me to handle. There's like way too many people, way too many noises. Like, I'm just like, dude, okay, I need a break. you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So in concept, I like all, thinking about this sort of stuff and space travel and all this stuff. But I'm cool just chilling on Earth. Like, unless the Earth is like gonna like be hit by a meteor or something, or an asteroid.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
definitely going on that trip to the next
yeah,
planet.
I'm going on. I'm going to the next point. But yeah, you got any interesting stories?
Well, apparently there was in I believe in Canada, there was a police chase down of a speeding Tesla that appeared to be empty,
Yeah.
unoccupied, with nobody driving. But it was, as they soon found out, there was a driver and a passenger that were asleep, reclined all the way back in their
Yeah.
chairs.
People for some reason think that like this is full self-driving. No, not even close. Like, you people need to chill out, like be awake, treat it as if there was no self-driving. This is just to make your life easier. This is not an excuse to go to sleep.
So where you can set the speed to where it's over the speed limit and it'll just cruise at that while it's autonomous.
Yeah.
I guess so, because it was speeding.
Um.
So it said it was traveling at 87 miles per hour, breaking the 68-mile-per-hour limit. That's not too
What
bad.
did I have a 68-mile-per-hour limit? That's a weird limit.
Wait, after the patrol car activated its emergency lights, Tesla sped up to 93. The Tesla, the Tesla system, the autonomous system was just like, I'm out of here. That's
What,
crazy
when the
though.
lights came on?
Yeah,
Well, that's
it's
weird.
sped up. Maybe Tesla is designing their autonomous driving systems to evade the police.
Yeah, I really can't wait until full autonomy is like, until the update is sent out. That's gonna be sweet. Like, I just wanna like literally just be able to like cruise, go to sleep, wake up, be in
Yeah,
another
watch a
state,
movie,
watch a movie,
and then you're there. You're at your
do a
destination.
podcast, yeah.
Play a video game. Think about that. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll put out chauffeurs out of business. Taxi drivers.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's not cool, but so like this happens all the time. Like every few decades or whatever, there's innovation. Unfortunately, people lose their jobs, but a bunch of new jobs are made.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, again, this is that pros and cons. Sacrifice, innovation, adaptation, all of that. It's just progress. It's the name of the game.
So the system requirements for Cyberpunk came out, and there's some pretty hefty minimum requirements and recommended requirements for a video game, because usually you can get away with getting pretty low spec hardware, but the minimum for this is a Intel Core i5 3570K or AMD FX 8310, 8 gigs of RAM, a GTX 780 or Radeon RX 470, DirectX version 12, 70 gigabytes available space. So it's going to be a big game. SSD recommended. And then recommended is a Core i7 4790 or a Ryzen 3 3200G, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and a NVIDIA GTX 1060 or a Radeon R9 Fury. So, and that's probably, running at at low settings. So you're gonna need some serious power for the cyberpunk to run it the way
Yeah.
you want to
If I
run it.
get a chance to run the game, I would like to mess around in that game. That game looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's gonna have some pretty good graphics.
You know, uh, dude, that Xbox Series S looks so appealing, dude. It's $299, and like, I mean, it'd be cool for exclusives. But the only thing that gets me with this console is that we have to. I mean, as a society, I think we're all kind of getting used to paying like monthly fees. I think. I don't know. I don't even know, but I think there's gonna be probably monthly fees associated with the new consoles, right? I'm guessing.
Because then you have to get the Xbox subscription, the Microsoft
Yeah.
for online. Same
I
with
don't know.
Sony.
I don't think I'm gonna get the new console, but like just thinking about it, like I just think it's good for the market, like we were talking about. I think in
Mhm.
the last podcast. But what I was thinking about when you were saying like all that spec stuff, like um, it's cool that there's always a game that challenges hardware, right? So, I mean, there's a difference between a game that like doesn't look that great and it's just badly optimized, and that's why you can't really run it that well. But then there's games that are literally future proofing themselves, like Microsoft Flight Simulator. You got like an insane amount of futuristic technology in there, and like the game is super hard to run right now. But when hardware technology starts to progress, like in a few years, you'll be able to run that game super smooth, and it will be like a brand new game still because they future proofed the game. Like that game looks stunning,
Yeah.
and like I'm glad that there's games out like that where they're thinking ahead, ahead, and that they're ready for what is next. So they're in the future already.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta keep on going forward. Keep with it. Or else you're just not gonna be in the spotlight. Apparently there are these new emojis approved to help express the anguish of 2020. 2020 is bringing everything out of us, even new emojis. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, I think anything that helps communication is a good thing. Like we were talking about before with Zoom and all these different apps and hardware that goes together with Zoom. Anything that helps convey what you're feeling, I think, is a beneficial thing to be working on releasing right now.
Mm-hmm. And then we got Prezi is releasing new video features to make virtual teaching more exciting.
Oh, that's cool. I remember when we used Prezi.
Man, I couldn't imagine. Well, you're doing it right now. You're doing the Zoom classes right now. So
Well,
I just
yeah.
couldn't imagine doing that. I feel like I just work best in a classroom.
You really don't think so? I didn't think I would like it either, but I actually did really well in my online classes, and I got A's so far. I like it, like I said, because I save money on gas. I don't have to travel. I have more time to study, and I found that I can actually concentrate on an online class better than I can in a classroom. I'm comfortable, and I can let my brain just zone in, get into the Zen mode.
Yeah.
And in a classroom, I was worried about so many things. My anxiety was up, and I couldn't focus. I was distracted, and all of that, all those distractions and that anxiety just is gone in an online setting. So, and it's cool because like we're not using Zoom, we're using Blackboard Collaborate. So Blackboard Ultra Collaborate. So basically, if you want to raise your hand, you just press the little raise hand button, and the teacher answers your question.
A virtual hand raise.
Yeah. So like, it's cool because I actually think the interaction is better on the online classes. I think you get your answers answered quicker on the online classes. Like, I don't know. For me personally, I think it's awesome. So I'm enjoying it.
I just feel like I have
I mean, dude, you can't really judge it if you haven't really.
I just can't focus if I'm like in a room where it's my room or something. And
How do you know that? You never tried it.
well, no, I took an online class. It wasn't like an online
meeting
class
times
like it
and
was.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was me. In a chat room type.
Yeah.
Not even like it was just like an online class. Not like the ones now, but I did well on it. But I just need a educational environment.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Studious environment. I don't know. That's just me. I just need to be in it to win it, I can't be somewhere where I'm usually relaxing, or it just puts me in that state, I'm like,
See, but I feel like I need to be like relaxed to be able to concentrate and learn properly. That's just me.
yeah. You can now stream your Xbox One games to your Android phone for free.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I like this new technology, the streaming, the game stuff. I remember when all that stuff first started coming out. And like, I was waiting for years for it to it's not even perfected yet, but it's way better than it used to be, that's for sure. I forgot what this thing used to be called, one of the first ones.
Apple's new iPad Air fingerprint sensor would be ideal for the iPhone 12. So yeah, I think they are gonna put it. I really hope so. That would be awesome if they brought, because now during this pandemic, it's just Face ID is useless.
Yeah.
It's really useless. So honestly, I mean they'll probably still have Face ID just there as a feature, but if they bring back the fingerprint sensor, like integrated into the side power button, that'll definitely be like a primary way to unlock the phone nowadays. Like I would be stoked if they have that on the iPhone 12. Yeah, and that'll be a reason just to get it.
Yeah, I'm sick of putting in my pen, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Boring, mundane businesses have an exhilarating viral life on TikTok. Really? Businesses.
What do you mean? What are you saying? What'd you say?
Businesses have an exhilarating viral life on TikTok.
Oh, whoa.
What businesses?
So, yeah, like, this is cool because, like, you have, like employees of places making videos, right? And like some employers don't like that. But you also have businesses that actually make videos on purpose to market themselves. Yeah, and I think that's the genius. Like, I think that's where you can really benefit from it. So, yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of people doing this sort of stuff. Like, I've been advocating for that for years. Just businesses, you need to market yourself. You need to make videos. Like, if you want your business to boom, you got to be online.
Yeah, it's like all these like a beehive, beekeepers, like backyard pool design, patio design business, just like putting TikTok videos out. Like, I guess it's good exposure.
Yeah.
Lip gloss machine, injecting lip gloss into the tube. Okay. Yeah, go for it. Whatever brings the attention on you. I use that resource. Whatever works. apparently people are using Instagram for weddings.
What do you mean?
I guess doing Instagram Live for weddings.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, again, this comes back to the communication stuff. Whatever helps communicate with your family, like share memories, I think is cool. And I think that a lot of companies right now are focusing on live streaming. They're focusing on the TikTok type applications, short videos, simple sharing, quick uploads, like that kind of stuff. Whatever lets you share stuff without a lot of uh, know-how. So like anything that has an easy way in, that's what's succeeding now, right?
Yeah.
And like the big one that I'm excited for right now is YouTube Shorts. I cannot wait until that's like ready.
No, yeah, I watch every time I'm on YouTube. I check out the YouTube Shorts video.
Yeah. So right now they're doing like a trial, a test in India, and soon it's gonna be soon they'll do it in the U.S. I don't know when. So there, it's gonna be like this button, right? And you pick it and you say create a short, or something like that. And then you'll be able to like just like TikTok, you'll be able to like hold down the button, stop it, and continue, and like it chops up the video, and you post it, and for 15 seconds, 15-second videos, short videos. I think it's gonna be awesome, and like you already use it. I checked that out a few times. One way, I think I might have mentioned this. Oh yeah, I did a little YouTube video about it. Even if like you don't have access to shorts yet, you can actually make a short video. Right now it has to be under 60 seconds, and if you put the hashtag shorts in the title, it will show up on this little shorts section on YouTube. So
Yeah. There's like a
yeah,
in between the videos.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to do that, you can do that. I did like 2 videos like that. It's pretty cool. I'm glad they thought of that because people can start taking advantage of it now, and they'll be ready to go and have some videos up for people when the YouTube Shorts app is fully released.
Yeah, I think I like it already. So I'll keep up with the YouTube Shorts videos. They're pretty nifty, pretty cool. I like them so far. People are doing some cool things with them. Man, all these. So basically during this pandemic, I guess a lot of people are losing their jobs and whatnot, and they're cutting cords, right? They're getting rid of their TV
Mm-hmm.
providers and whatnot. So I guess they're either just not getting anything else, or they're switching to like Chromecasts or Roku's.
Mm-hmm.
So Google's coming out with a new Chromecast that has a full remote. Honestly, if that was out before the Roku, I would have got that instead of
With a full remote? Oh,
yeah, with
no,
a
I wouldn't. So look, cast the Google Chromecast. From what I understand, you're literally just casting your phone onto the TV. So Roku is actually like when you plug it in, it turns your TV into a smart TV, basically. I don't know if Google has something like that now, but that's from what I understand. That's how it used to be, where you just were able to actually cast your phone onto the TV.
Yeah, so far I like that the Roku so far because it's just the hub of all entertainment applications, all shows.
One of the cool things on
one.
there is the Pluto TV. You actually get a whole bunch of free TV channels, just like you would regular TV. So Roku, nice. And if anybody knows any updates about the Google Chromecast and if they change anything, please update me in the comments. But from what I understand, it's in the name, Google, Chromecast. But yeah, if anything changed, let me know.
And then Peacock is going to be coming to Roku.
What is that?
It's just another application that has shows and whatnot.
Cool.
I think something.
I heard of it.
Something to do with Comcast. I think it's under Comcast.
Yeah, makes sense.
Something.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some kind of deal that Roku may lose some NBC channels as dispute over Peacock streaming deal heats up. So I don't know what kind of beef there is between NBC and Peacock, but there is. It's there. lot of new things that we're going to be seeing. 2021
2020.
they want. Yeah, but the supply chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if there's anything new that you want to get that's coming
Yeah,
out in
can't
this
get it.
coming year,
Sorry.
I will because of the limited supply chain, you better pre-order that as fast as possible or be
Yeah.
the first one on the website to either buy it, because that stuff is going to be sold out. After it's sold out, it's going to be that way for a little bit until they can replenish. So that's the one thing that's really getting on my nerves. Just like
Into a store and seeing empty shelves, trying to buy something, seeing out of stock.
things
Right?
are out of stock, and yeah, we just gotta adapt to it. Just gotta
Yeah.
be patient with it. Just, see where it takes us. See what kind of innovative solutions we can come up with nowadays with this. So yeah.
All right, everybody. This was a sweet episode.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome conversation. Uh, yeah, we covered a lot of cool topics, and I can't wait till the next episode already.
All right.
All right, peace out, everybody. Enjoy, stay positive, adapt, and smile. Peace out.
See you in the next one.